their children for school because they thought, or most of them still think it's a waste of resources to take a child to school or to equip the child with life skills, because these children with severe to profound disabilities are viewed in broken images. The God or diamond that is in that child is never seen. Most have died without those potential being exploited because they are viewed in broken image, or they are viewed in they cannot image. Most opt to pay fees for their able-bodied children. At the end of it all, most children with severe to profound disabilities are kept in homes without going to school. Their lives revolve around home, clinic, or hospital. If the child has a disability but rarely falls sick, he or she stays at home for the rest of his or her life. This gap, which I observed during my teaching and during my work at the Department of School Psychological Services and Special Needs, especially the unit of primary and secondary education, motivated me to find the Lumimbo Simulation Center. Lumimbo Simulation Center, it's a place which is here in Chipate, Chieta Street. In this location where people stay, and most of them, they are of a low income group. I am a university lecturer, and it is my belief that as academics, we need to lead by example in teaching our students to use latent knowledge in solving community challenges, as well as complementing government efforts to that regard. It is time we academics or lecturers led the talk by getting out of the university campuses to work together with communities in tackling shared challenges and develop innovative solutions in areas of our expertise. In other words, as university lecturers, we are encouraged to utilize our knowledge in building sustainable and relevant universities that effectively address the specific needs of communities that we serve. So this is, we are saying Lumimbo Simulation Center is a community-based organization and is registered under the Zimbabwe Youth Council. Its purpose is to empower children with severe to profound disabilities. The purpose is to enable them to live independently, as well as to enable them to contribute effectively to a just society. We equip children with disabilities with life skills in the form of toilet training, eating, speech training, sign language, orientation and mobility, and many other daily living skills, ladies and gentlemen. Such independent skills are purported to lessen the burden of parents or caregivers in taking care of their children. I remember the other parent testifying that for the first time she was able to eat hot sadza. Sadza is our staple food that in Zimbabwe, to eat hot food. Because for the past 21 years, this parent used to first of all feed the boy who has a profound cerebral palsy. After feeding him, then she would eat, so the food would be cold. So she was very excited when this boy Maxwell was able to find his mouth. Because of the jerking condition, you find that they failed to adapt certain skills where the child will be busy trying to find his mouth but failing. So here we say, you have to find your mouth. You have to find your mouth. Otherwise, if you don't find your mouth, you are going to starve. So I remember the day when he managed to put food in the mouth. The boy was excited, said that the food was dropping all over, with excitement. Then from that time onward, that boy started refusing to be fed, because we also empowered them that don't allow your parent to feed you, feed yourself. So from there now we got this information where the parent was saying, the child is now refusing to be fed. This is what we do here at Rainbow Spring Medicine Center. Now, during the course of our community service, we noted with concern that persons with disabilities, especially girls and women, are vulnerable to sexual abuse and gender-based violence. This is because of their dependency on able-bodied individuals or family members in terms of livelihood. In order to contribute in closing the economic challenges faced by many young women with disabilities that expose them to abuse, the Rainbow Simulation Center mobilized youths with disabilities to start income-generating projects. That was in 2020. The young women and men mobilized their resources and started to make dishwashers and toilet cleaners. Unfortunately, because of this COVID challenge that we had, there was a time when this closed down, their projects fell down. They used to give people on debts their chemicals. So those people whom they gave their chemicals did not honor paying back. And the boys also failed to collect their monies. So the project temporarily closed. We have encouraged them to resuscitate the income generating project using the few resources they have. They are slowly picking up. I think when you were getting in, you saw their sanitizers out there which they are displaying. Yeah, this is the project that the youths here at Rainbow Simulation Center are doing. Because they are saying no to charity model. You have to work. And this will also lessen your vulnerability to abuse. Personally, I linked Tyro Products multi-purpose team, that's the name they give to themselves, to some local organizations and community schools so that they support the endeavor of youths with disabilities. Unavailability of adequate resources to buy bulky chemicals to make dishwashers and toilet cleaners has made them fail to meet the market demand. We noted that Bindura, normally community, is a community that is ready to support persons with disabilities. So they were really supporting them, but it's unfortunate that they failed now to meet the demand, the bulky demand. Now the Rainbow Simulation Center has got its own challenges in an endeavor to make a positive change in the livelihood of persons with disabilities. These challenges include lack of adequate resources that can enhance it to meet its objectives. For instance, we have children with physical disabilities who are paraplegic and hemiplegic. They are in here, who need walkers, but we are struggling to buy them, hence improvise. We have children in whose wheelchairs are malfunctional. For example, Tadiwa, his father brings him on his back, leave him and rush to work since the mother is late. Tadiwa's father is a security guard who struggles to make ends meet, and buying a wheelchair for his child is a struggle. Worse off, he has other children to take care of. More so, we encourage also parents to buy things like pampers. Those children that we have here, they spoil themselves. We are doing toilet training. This is why they fail to get into regular schools. Remember, the government of Zimbabwe is a policy of inclusivity, where it is actually encouraging children with a disability to learn alongside with able-bodied children. So this facility is there, but the challenge that we are still facing is that There are certain children who have got severe to profound disability, who miss themselves, who cannot, meanwhile they can't be accommodated in those regular schools. They need institutions, but institutions are expensive. So these are some of the children that we have here. But you find that parents struggle to buy pampers. They also struggle to buy toys for their little ones or pack their lunch boxes, as most of them are not gainfully employed. Some students at the center are epileptic who need drugs to minimize seizures. We have Maxwell, for example. His drug costs 21 honorable each month. Parents are not employed. This causes inconsistency in buying drugs for the child, and this causes the boy to relapse to seizures. Whilst the Department of Social Welfare plays a significant role in alleviating the plight of parents of children with disabilities and persons with disabilities in general, it tends to be overwhelmed to meet the robust demands of this constituency. Hence, we endeavor to play a part as a community-based organization. Meanwhile, we intend to buy stove and foodstuff so that we cook for the children who come from far and who come for life skills training at the center. We need hot food. They need hot food. We also dream for a bigger space to do our activities, where we can develop some buildings or structures which are need sensitive to children and youth we serve. As you can see, this place is small. So there are many children with severe to profound disabilities in Bindura, but most of them cannot access these facilities due to transport challenges. Hence, it is our dream to have a minibus that will be ferrying children with disabilities to and from school. Community members are now aware of the community service that Rubibo provides. They bring their children for assessments, and we do referrals, say, to social welfare department, school psychological services, hospital, and so forth. We wish to raise funds to buy a